morning, everyone. This is Jasmine, and I'm coming to you with the podcast series, Know the Will for the Nations. And I want to start off by saying, sometimes the words we use bring a familiarity to concepts and things that we might not know, and that the Spirit of the Lord might be unraveling to us. The word will is one of those words. When we think about the word will, we immediately think about things in the word of the Lord, the will of God concerning giving, concerning praying, concerning joy, rejoicing. While those are His will, and I expressly buy into those as well. In fact, I meditate on those. There is a certain aspect of God that relates to His will that this podcast series will be talking about. The will of God for the nations. Know the will of God for the nations. I want to start off with the book of Acts, and let's look at Acts chapter 17, and we'll go right to verse 26. Acts 17, verse 26, and it reads, "Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord." I repeat, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, the people He chose for His inheritance. From one man He made all the nations, that they should inhabit the whole earth. And He marked out their appointed times in history and the boundaries of their lands. And I'm going to repeat this again. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. And remember, the Lord is the legal and lawful owner of the earth. He's also the controller of the heavens and the earth. The Lord is different from God. Okay? So blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, the people He chose for His inheritance. From one man He made all the nations, that they should inhabit the whole earth, and He marked out their appointed times in history and the boundaries of their lands. I want us to also look at Isaiah 60, verse 22. It reads, "A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation." And this is what fascinates me. It says, "I, the Lord, will hasten it in His time." You remember the first verses we read in Acts 17:26? It talks about, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. And it's that same Lord He's talking about here, when in the Old Testament, in Isaiah 60:22, it says, "A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation." And guess who is going to do it? The Lord, the legal owner and lawful owner of the earth and controller of the heavens and the earth, will hasten to perform it. So when it comes about the will for the nation, we have an executor. We have the Lord Himself, who will execute the will through us. Remember, it says the heavens and the highest heavens are the Lord's, but the earth has He given to the children or the sons of men. I want to talk a little bit about a will. I come from a law background by the grace and mercies of God. I'm with a law degree from Africa and also a law degree from the United States. And I say this with all humility. But I want to point out, we did a class called Wills and Estate Law. And a will is a very fascinating thing. It is a legally enforceable document of how a person wishes his or her property to be distributed after death. You see, it's a very interesting situation when we talk about nations and the will, because in this situation, the distribution or the legally enforceable wishes of that person is in force. But the only difference is that that person has died, but is yet living and is alive. And that is Jesus Christ. Okay? So when you talk about the will for the nations, it is this legally enforceable document that has been left by Jesus after his death, that describes how he would like his property and his asset to be distributed to the nations. However, this same Jesus King, the Lord is what I call him, because he is the controller of the heavens and the earth, and the lawful owner of all things, is still alive. This put the will for the nation in a very interesting and deep way. Jesus, or the Lord, is alive. He was dead. He gave the apportionment, but he is alive. And his will for the nations is totally in force. However, he needs us as executors and co-executors with him on the earth to enforce it. And I thought with this first episode, I will lay that foundation. Because when we talk about will, I'm not talking in a generic sense. There are general wills that the Lord has given us in his word. It is his will for us to live at peace with all men. Rejoice always. It is his will. Joy unspeakable. But I'm talking about a specific angle of God's will for the nations. It's going to be exciting. I will be learning. I will not only be learning and having revelations of it, but I will, by the grace and mercies of God himself, be executing as he allows his will in areas that he will allow and permit me to do. And I believe it is the same for you as well. So if you're listening to this first episode, think about the will, not in your sense of how you know it to be. Open your minds up to the nations and the will of the Lord himself to execute and make his name, glory, and his plan known to all upon the face of the earth. Well, I love you all. I can't wait to be back with you in our next episode, episode 2, to share with you, by the grace and mercies of God, God's will for the nations. God bless you and have a wonderful day.
Thy kingdom come.